I think the world is about tired of watching people talk to people on camera. I think we ran out of stories. I think it's repetitive at this point. Listen, what if I'm right about what I'm about to say? Hear me out. We've done it, y'all. This country has won the game of talking to one another on camera. Like when the pandemic first started, you can ask my wife, I'm not lying to y'all. I looked over at my wife, said, oh my God. I think the first podcast I saw was T.I.'s Expeditiously podcast. Y'all got to think, I've been interviewing people for a long time. I started back in 2013, 14 is when I started interviewing the likes of Young Dolph and Starlito and people like that. And it culminated to this thing, but I could never figure out the business part of journalism, right? And I bring that up because I didn't have no multi-million-dollar studio like a T.I., right? I just use him as an example. There was literally no passion for T.I. to talk to people. He just wanted something to do during the pandemic. So he threw it against the wall. And a lot of others have just thrown it against the wall. Some have had success, most have not. Angel Reese, she's just interviewing people right now. There's no end goal to it. She's just doing interviews. And she's so popular and her brand is so strong, a lot of people want to support her. You got the likes of Dwayne Wade going on the podcast. Any given week, Sexy Red, she could get pretty much any celebrity in this country on her platform. But where are we going with all these conversations? So, like, one of the things I think is going to happen, and whether it would be, I'm not going to say by 2025, you won't watch podcasts or conversations at all. But what I'm saying is, I think the mind is getting wore out. It can't be two things, right? Like, you can't tell me there's more content. The NBA, different sports platforms, they're producing more content. Netflix producing more content. All these different streaming platforms producing more content. It can't be more content is being produced, but also times are getting harder, right? Like job market is getting worse for a lot of people. So the time is limited. We can't grow more time. That's the only thing. We can't make more. We can make more money. But you can't make more time. And with time being limited and competition being at an all-time high for Oz, even you watching this video right now, right? This is one of the things I think is going to start to push at this podcast industry and the advertising industry, which runs the podcast industry. If there's only but so many hours in a day, which it is, people are going to keep interviewing people. And I think the value of the story is going to disintegrate. I think we're going to get back to a world where we're going to value the people who don't interview people and who don't give their stories away. Listen, I'm a big basketball guy. Y'all know that. Most of y'all know that. I was talking to one of my friends a couple weeks ago about the LeBron James documentary. And I told him I don't give a damn about it. Not because I don't love LeBron. I'm a Kobe guy, but I love LeBron. I don't think there's anything out there for me to learn about LeBron. He's given me content over the years. He's played longer than anybody, so I've gotten post-game interviews from him every single night. He's been a good partner of the NBA. So like I feel like I know everything about him. He's done documentaries, he's done shows, The Shop. I don't care. The thing that made that Michael Jordan piece so great, number one, it was in the pandemic, The Last Dance. But number two, we didn't know a lot about Mike. And time had passed. And Mike don't talk that often. All this content that we're getting right now, we're not going to care about people's stories. You got freaking Dwayne Wade giving his damn story, one of the greatest basketball players ever, giving his story to Angel Reese, who's been doing interviews for 4 months. No offense to Angel Reese, but Dwayne Wade giving it up like he's sitting there talking to Oprah in Chicago. Like, we're not going to care about people's stories because everybody can get their stories. Everybody's so clout chasing to get on the couch with anybody that they see's got a little momentum. They just giving a story away for nothing. Boosie did 1,004 Vlad TV interviews. He's getting paid for it though, which is probably where that industry is heading, right? Makes me scared as hell to even think about doing it. I don't know how conversations are going to age. The great ones will still be great. Joe Rogan will still be around. Joe Budden will still be around. But the industry as a whole, I just talking to people is going to get a lot more difficult because everybody is talking to everybody. Everybody believes they can be the next podcast star. And as a guy that runs a one-man show and has done hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views, billions of views, it's not easy to keep people's attention, bro. I'm not doing the greatest of it right now. It's not easy to do that. And I think people are going to find it out the hard way. I think we're tired of seeing people talk to each other.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive.
Oh, yeah, fumble. Fumble.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires toward the end zone.
Bam. That's a dot. Touchdown.
Trying to get the ball back right now with the onside kick.
Oh, we got the ball.
They get it back for another drive.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score.
I think I got that. Oh, way to get there. Let's go. Got 42 seconds. Oh, I got something. We're down to the 31. Get down. Get down. We first and goal. We first and goal. We got a chance. And try to throw a dot here. Bro, oh, it's picked off in the end zone. Oh, what a game. Oh, what a game. Oh, this was a classic. Oh,
there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more and they hurt a little more feelings. They do, and that's a fact.
It hurt worse than real life.